Now let us talk about the uses of the novel. That is, how did people make use of the novels that they read? Here, the vernacular novels which were being written were read by the Britishers to know about India, as they were not aware of the system, the culture, the language, the identity of various people in India. Therefore, they read the vernacular novels in order to have an insight into the lives of the Indians. Whereas, the Indians made use of novels in order to criticize the British Raj. That is, whenever they wanted to criticize a policy of the Britishers, they made use of novels. Novels had another thing also, and that is, it created a relationship of the present with the past, as there was a connectivity. The historical novels specially talked about their forefathers, talked about various kings of dynasties, of the popular rules, thus establishing a relationship between past and the present. This also created a kind of unity in the country, because people from different walks of life started reading novels. They started having a common thinking, they started having a common platform for various issues, which means unity was established between different sect of people. So, the novel was doing a wonderful job for different sections of people, whether it was to know the past or to criticize, or having a relationship with the present and past, or providing unity to the people. Now, different people had different kind of pleasure that they derived out of reading. Here we see that it was used as an entertainment. That is, some people just saw the pictures which were there in the books, those who could not read, and derived pleasure. Some just read the songs, the poem, sometimes the prose. So, they had a different means of getting entertained by reading novels. Then there were people who loved and enjoyed and entertained by group reading. That is, one person would read aloud to the rest of the people. Then there were Bhadralok, the gentlemen people, who loved silent reading. That is, in their own homes they would have a seclusive reading to themselves. So, there are different modes of entertainment from the same book, that is the novel, but the kind of entertainment that it was providing to the people, that was different. The women and the novel also have a great relationship. You see, at this time, the grandmothers who were illiterate now started listening to the novels, to the stories from the grandchildren. What a great reversal! Earlier the grandmothers used to tell stories to the grandchildren, but now there was a role reversal. It was the grandchild reading out a novel to the grandmother. Then Ruqayya Hussain, who had become a widow, wrote a beautiful novel named Sultana's Dream and also Padam Marg. Then we hear of Karunau Pulmanor Barbara, which was written by Hannah Mullins, which means inter-community development. Then we have Salibala Ghosh Jaya, who could actually write because her husband protected her and encouraged her to write. Whereas in South we see that women were discouraged from reading novels, because the people thought that they would become corrupt if they read novels. So, in this clipping we have seen about the uses of the novel, the kind of pleasure that the people derived out of reading, and also how the women and the novel got interrelated. I talk about it in the next clipping.